My dad's got me working this final day home before I'm off. He had me working all these months in the construction. Even though I got a double A deal with the Chicago Cubs, he's still making me work. He's still making me, support the family business, which makes sense. I want to help. I want to help my family. It's what I'm all about. So I'm pulling up here. It's my final day on the job. I'm saying, just chatting it up with the boys at work, because they ain't going to see me for a while, for at least 6, maybe 7 months. We got to go to Tennessee to play for the Tennessee Smokies. Our flight is tomorrow. It's my last day here. Just going up there. Got the foreman there. We shoveling shit and everything. So it's time to catch this flight to Tennessee. The day has come. And we gotta wake up with a fresh new mindset. Forget this construction. Forget all this hard labor. Forget aching out of bed in the morning. You see Claude there just aching out of bed. There's our house in Southside Chicago. My dad's gonna go ahead and take me to the airport. We in the car and we're driving to the airport now. I'm passing by everything that we call home. It's a long drive to O'Hare International in Chicago. It's a long drive, so we're in for the long haul. We're just going through all types of terrain, and we're going into the city and into the rural areas, and here we go. We're finally here at the airport, and we have arrived in Tennessee, and this is what Claude St. Aud looks like in a Tennessee Smokies uniform. Double A. Look at me. Looks pretty good. He's got the sleeve. He's got some wrist tape. He's got the stance socks. He's wearing glasses for fielding only, and he's got an all black glove with some eye black as well. Double A debut time. We're versing the Pensacola Blue Wahoos on the road. And the first at bat, we're starting off. We're already up 4-0 when we take our first at bat. We're batting ninth to start this game off. They got us batting ninth, but they'll soon learn that we do not belong in that 9th spot. First at bat was a hanging curve, rope to the second baseman, right at him though. So my first hit would have to wait. But man, we first pitch swinging, we were anxious up there. The next at bat, 1-1 count, we get a fastball right down the middle. We don't miss it. Groove it into the right center field gap. And we get a double from it. Claude's good speed. It's easily going to get a double. Surprised that wasn't a triple. We got good speed. Claude is the definition of a 5-tool player. That one is smoked into right center field. That gap again. That one looked like it may have been caught, but no, it bounces in front, bounces off the wall. And we're going to get a triple out of this one. So we got a double and a triple already on the debut, showing off the speed, showing off the power. Anyway, what I was saying was Claude is a 5-tool player. He's going to go ahead and improve that throughout this series. The power is not there yet because he's been squaring up a couple balls and he's just been driving them in the gap. But the power's not there yet, but he's young. He's only, 19, however old he is. He's super young. Here he goes again, opposite field. He's loving that right center field gap. Lefty and righty, he's loving that gap. Into the next game here against Pensacola. Another double. It's all we're getting is these extra base hits at the moment. Driving it into that same gap. We're in the field again. Gonna make an easy routine play here. We're just making it look easy. We're doing good out in the field. Didn't know how we were gonna feel about center. We looked shaky in that showcase, in that tryout for the White Sox. Looked a little shaky in the field. Anyway, we're gonna rip another one into the right center field gap. Just stinging it out there. Another fastball down the middle. I don't know. This is double A. This is why we're getting these good pitches. But we sting another one into the gap. That's all we did that game. Jump ahead, next game of the series. Warming up before the game. It's daytime now. And versus Tyler Wells on the mound. And this one is another ball smoked into the gap. Another fastball right down the middle on a 2-1 count. We worked ourselves in a good count. We got a fastball right where we can hit it. That's another triple too. Just that right center field gap is everything right now. Every ball I hit, it seems to be going in that gap. I am making out. I'm just cutting, and that's a nice play, by the way. We are making out. We just, we're not showing all the outs we're going to make too. 1 for 4 this game in the 9th. We had a chance to drive in a run or two. It's a perfect fly ball, but the power's just not there yet. That one's going to die before the warning track. Into the next game. Final game against Pensacola. 0 for 1 here in the 4th. We get a hanging curve. We rope This is into a different gap. This is the left center field gap. That's off the wall. Another double for Claude. Just raking the ball. Right now, bases loaded, 2 out. That one's lined up the middle. It is going to drop in front for a base hit. 2 runs are going to score. A 2 RBI single for Claude. He's been red hot so far. It's 2 for 3. First and second. Chance to drive in more. There's that right center field gap that Claude loves so much. 1 run's going to score. Another run's going to come in. It's another 2 RBI hit. And it's another triple as well for Claude. He is just killing the ball right now, stinging it into every which gap he sees. We jump finally into the next series. Chattanooga Lookouts at home. We're 5-2 to start off the year. Off to a great start. We were red hot in that first series against Pensacola. Nice play in the field again. Making all the plays so far. We haven't made any errors yet. Trying to win. You know, my goal for this entirely as a road to the show is to win at least, you know, at least a batting title, at least, you know, an MVP. Look at that by the right fielder. Any major league right fielder would have made that play. But instead, we're in Double A, and that turns into a stand-up triple. Another triple. Just triples all over the place. But anyway, with Claude, I see him as a future MVP, a Gold Glover, all the above, batting title, home run champ. He can do it all. I think he might be one of the best to ever come through, and it's all because he got a chance. All because he got a chance. And the White Sox passed on him, but hey, the Cubs took that chance, and they're not going to be wrong. We're even showing off the speed in this episode. Look at that for a stolen base. Didn't even take an extra lead off. It was against the lefty. Just got to go on first move. That's what he did. Nice stolen base there. Into the 8th of this game against Chattanooga. Just going to be a lazy fly ball to left. Nothing comes out of that one. But all in all, we're off to a really good start going forward. We're going to jump into the next game here. The next series, Jackson Generals. 8-9 now. You see, we started off 5-2. Now we're 8-9. We're struggling a little bit. In the 5th, this one's roped in the right center field. Is it going to hit that gap again? It's actually going to go over the wall. Barely makes it over. It's our first home run on video here, but it's the 3rd of the season. We hit a couple in the simulation. Nice shot for Claude St. That one was smoked. He's getting that power up a little bit. He's working out in the gym, and that's why that one actually carried over the wall instead of just bouncing in front and going for a double or a triple. Now he's working out, lifting weights. He's got, you know, a couple weeks under his belt now. He's got, 8 and 9, so he's got like 17 games under his belt now, and he's starting to lift and drive the ball out, trying to get that home run stroke going. That's a nice shot there. This one in the left center, Claude's going to make a nice play. Run that one down. He's running them all down. He's making it look easy right now in that outfield. Next game, we just were a pinch hitter for this one. Only got one at-bat. We're trying to make it count in the 7th. This one's lined, and it's going to drop right in front of the center fielder. We thought about maybe going for second, but Claude wisely holds up and is going to take the single. And that'll end that series. We go into the next one against the Rocket City Trash Pandas. That's a cool name. That must be a new team. I don't think I heard of that team before. But this one is roped in the right center field. High drive. I didn't think that one was going to have enough to get out, but it does over that bullpen cage wall. And that's the 4th of the season. 380 feet, only 98.4 exit velocity. I mean, pretty good, but it just had a lot of height to it. And it's another home run for Claude, though. He's finding that power stroke now, and he's playing tug-of-war with his teammates. You can do this in Double A, and you won't get thrown at. You know, the minor leagues do all kinds of crazy shit, but, you know, that stuff will all go away if we ever make the majors. Look at those stats there, 360 right now in the young season. He's just hitting everything in sight. We're going to get a ground out here, but those stats, that stat display was nice. 360 and 4 home runs. I think it was 17 RBIs. Pretty good to start the first month of your Double A career, of your professional baseball career. Another base hit. That's a single. We're going to try to steal one more time. Check out the pitcher's windup right here, because he already knows about that Claude speed, so he's going to go into a slide step, but we still get a great jump, and we're still safe with ease. Safe by 1.5 miles. I could have, you know, I don't know where I was going with that, but almost take the pitcher's head off there, Claude. Absolute missile back up the middle, and We're going to jump into this last game of the highlights. Batting righty for this one. This one stung into the right center field gap. That right center field gap, man, that's just money right now. See if it continues. He pulls it lefty, goes oppo righty. We're going to get thrown out at second. They're trying to go for a triple. Bad base running. That's one thing we got to work on. And then we're going to fly out here to end these highlights. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you guys liked this episode. If there's something I could do different, just let me know. Leave a comment below what you think. I like reading the comments. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.